There are 90 questions on the North Carolina General Contractor exam. Most candidates walk in with no real idea of what those questions look like. In the next few minutes, I'll show you every content area on the exam, how many questions come from each, and which ones fail the most people. I'm with Carolina Seminars. We've prepped thousands of NC contractors for this exam and hold a 98% first attempt pass rate for students who follow our system. Here's the breakdown the NC Licensing Board doesn't hand you. First, format. 90 questions, 3 hours and 20 minutes for the building contractor version, 3 hours 30 for residential. Partial open book, meaning you can bring approved reference books to the testing center, but not your notes and not any book off the shelf. 70% to pass. That's 63 correct answers out of 90. Miss 28 and you fail. Roughly a quarter of the exam is building code, structural requirements, fire protection, accessibility, energy efficiency. You can reference the actual code book at your testing station, which sounds great, but here's the trap. These questions are timed. If you don't already know which section of the code to flip to, you'll burn minutes hunting. Prepared candidates don't memorize the code. They learn how to properly navigate the reference materials. Around 20% of questions are estimating and project management, takeoffs, unit pricing, scheduling, change orders. This is where contractors with real-world field experience typically feel most comfortable. But expect questions written to trip you up. For example, similar-like answers, needless fact scenarios, unit conversion gotchas, or multi-step calculations with intermediate values that look like answer choices. Business and law content is roughly 15% of your total score. Lien law, workers' compensation, tax obligations, contract law, business entity basics. This is the section that fails the most candidates, because contractors who are strong in the field are often weakest on paperwork. Lien law alone trips up roughly a third of first-time takers. If you're going to over-prepare for anything, over-prepare for this. About 15% of the exam covers OSHA and job site safety, fall protection, excavation, electrical safety, PPE. Most questions are scenario-based. Given this situation, what's the correct OSHA-compliant response? These questions are winnable with focused study and very few trick questions. Approximately 15% of exam questions come from the trades associated with your classification. This includes roofing, concrete, excavation, and in the case of the building license, metals. This is information you'll need to memorize because these books are not allowed in the exam. The last 10% is plans and specs, reading architectural and structural drawings, understanding specifications, dimensioning, symbols. Natural territory for experienced contractors, but surprisingly technical for people who came up in specific trades rather than general building. 3 things prepared candidates do that unprepared ones don't. First, they know where every topic lives in their reference books before walking in. They don't search mid-exam. They have properly tabbed and highlighted their books in advance. Second, they've drilled the references not allowed in the exam center. They have a clear understanding of the facts from those books. Third, they apply the time management, test-taking tips, and strategies taught in our seminars to pass the exam. If you want the full playbook, classification, exam prep, financial requirements, everything, the complete guide is at carolinaseminars.com. Link in the description. We'll help you pass the first time.